Joseph is in Limerick. You were at what meeting last night in Limerick, Joe?
Joe, I was at the union meeting last night. It was called last night.
Are you an electrician?
I am. I'm with one of the leading contractors.
Are you in the TWU? Are you in the TWU?
Oh, I am. I'm a fully paid up member.
Okay, what do you think of the strike?
Joe, this strike is... They're arguing for all the right things at the wrong time. If they'd argued for this thing last year and done all this last year, we would have all supported it. But all the lads in my company and all our apprentices, none of us want this job.
How many people at that meeting last night?
There was 60-odd people at that meeting.
And what was the mood of the meeting?
The mood was one of... people were frightened, people were angry. Now, Joe, I'm nearly 30. I have a big house, mortgage, I've a baby. Do you know, who's going to pay... I asked this question last night. Who's going to pay my mortgage at the end of the month if we're out on strike?
Okay, is there strike pay, Eamon?
Of course there's strike pay.
The strike pay is €125 a week, Joe. Now, Joe, all my lads that work with us...
That's equivalent to 5 hours pay.
Yeah, all our lads, we said last night, look, we're willing to take a pay freeze. We're willing to take a pay cut to keep our jobs. There's 1,000 electricians in Limerick out of work. Well, all we want is our jobs. Like,
but did you vote for this strike?
No, I voted no for it.
Well, who voted yes?
93% of the members voted yes.
We asked this question last night at the meeting. Look, there's 1,000 members in Limerick that said 65 turned up to that meeting last night. What does that tell you, like? I mean, Joe, it's like this.
The meeting last night was called for people to collect ticket boards and to get an update on the information on the strike. It wasn't a normal branch meeting, and it wasn't a normal meeting in the general sense of the word.
Well, how did it descend into a meeting then, Joe?
It did. Sorry, lads. It did. We got letters in the post saying, come to this meeting. I have a letter in front of me, come to this meeting.
A TWE?
Yeah, there's placards there and all, boxes of placards.
Well, the people take away the placards?
No, because they have to go back in Saturday morning, Joe, and take the placards.
And are you going to go in and get them? I'm
not going to go in, Joe. I'll stand by this strike because I remember the union. Of course I will. I'd never pass a picket in my life. But I'll stay at home, Joe. Because I would not do that.
Eamon, are you hearing any rumblings like that?
There's always people that vote against the strike, and there's always people that there's no such thing as 100% people in favour of anything. But when 93% of the people vote in favour of something, there's 7% going to be against it. Obviously, my colleague there is a member that doesn't agree with it.
When was the ballot?
But he has said he'd accept the democratic
decision. I know, and very few people in Ireland would pass a picket.
There's no way we'd pass a picket.
Okay, but when was this ballot taken?
About 6 weeks ago. About 6-8 weeks ago, we were all privately balloted.
And you were saying at that meeting last night, the 60 of you, have you any idea in terms of percentage for or against this Monday?
Joe, look, it was definitely half and half. There was the older generation. Now, I'm not anyway,
take that point. But
there was the older generation of the people there where, we want the money, come on, if we lose now. And I agree with them on a level, Joe, but the way I'm looking at it, and the way all the other lads in their 20s, early 30s, we've all big mortgages, we're all product of the Celtic Tiger. We all we want is our pay. You know, I'm willing to go, like my company nearly let me go 3 months ago, Joe. They were on the way out. They kept me on, right? I don't want to pick it against them for that, like. I mean,
put that to Eamon, better €23.50 an hour than nothing.
It is, Joe, but listen to this, and this is what all my mates are telling me. We get €23 an hour, Joe. You know the way the country's going, the construction industry's going. 2 months' time, we're all going to be sitting at home. €23 an hour, and we'll all be on the dole because the contractors cannot pay it, Joe.
And what do you think of that, Eamon?
It's not the contractors that pay the electricians, it's the clients that pay the contractors.
Yeah.
There's a rate in the industry, and if the employers were to behave themselves and stop trying to gut each other, everyone would know what the rate to charge would be, and that is what the clients would pay.
In other words, if the electrical contractors didn't reduce their prices.
That's right, and it's particularly in certain pockets around the country. There are a number of small contractors, and there really are.
But it's enough for
undercut each other, and the rates of pay are going down.
But Eamon, everyone, for your members and everyone else, everyone's reducing their prices. Tesco, Super Value, Dunn's, all reducing their prices.
Would you agree with reducing the national minimum rate of €8.65 an hour, Joe?
The cost.
Joe, would you agree with reducing? The national minimum rate of €8.65 an hour.
First of all, I'm not allowed to have an opinion, and second, it's a completely irrelevant question.
It's not an irrelevant question.
What your member, Eamon, is asking you is not about the minimum wage. What your member is asking you is about the wage, which is 4 times the minimum wage, €24 that you're on, and he's saying, I want to stay on €24 and be in a job.
Joe, we're on 21.49 an hour.
21. Apologies, I'm €3 off there. But
my colleague is expressing an opinion, and he's not asking me a question on the air. As I understand it, he has plenty of opportunity to have his voice heard in the organisation, and he had it heard last night, obviously.
I tried that. I just gave my point last night, you know.
Absolutely, and you're entitled to do so, brother.
Oh, I know that, and I respect the union. As I said, I'm the union man. I respect the union. I will not be going to work, and I know a lot of lads like me. But can I just say this to the union man? Look, there's apprentices ringing me all day today, and all day. They're afraid in case they have to work Monday. What's going to happen to them? There's no guidance out there. No one is talking to anyone. All the apprentices don't know what to do. Do they go to work and sit in the container?
What do the apprentices do, Eamon?
The apprentices are out. The apprentices were included in the ballot for industrial action.
They're not, Joe, why?
They're going to work and sit in the... They were told at the union meeting last night, because we had an apprentice there with us, and he turned around and said, I'm an apprentice, what do I do? And the guys up at the front table said to him, you go in and you sit in the container, and then you go home. You don't do any work. They were told, go on side and sit in the container, and the company has to pay them. That's what they were told last night. If you don't believe me, ring the Limerick Union office. That's what they were told.
Is that true, Eamon? Do you know?
I don't know. I wasn't at the Limerick meeting last night, Joe. I can't answer.
No, but is that the direction from head office?
The direction is that the electricians and the apprentices were all balloted for industrial action.
And they stand
they're
outside.
All involved in the dispute, yeah.
But your half the apprentices aren't in the union.
Quick break.
Talk to Joe on 1850 715 815.
Andrew is in Wicklow. Andrew, you're an electrical contractor. Your point, please.
Sorry, Joe. It's just I took a grave offence at Eamon's comment about profit. Every business is about profit. That's what makes the business work. And I just wonder, has Eamon ever had to let a man go after years of service? In a small company, it's not like a big company. These guys, you're working with them day in, day out. And to let a young fellow with a mortgage go, as I've had this year, it's one of the most difficult things I've ever had to do. And that's not because we're racing to the bottom. I have no intention ever of paying my guys €8 an hour, because they're worth far more than that. They're worth every penny they get. But it's not that easy to get every penny that they want. You know, it's just... I don't really, the strike doesn't worry me one way or the other, because I'm a small contractor. I'm now competing in the same market as the fellas who've been let go by the bigger companies. I'm on holidays at the moment listening to this. I just can't believe the rubbish I'm hearing. It's just not like that in the real world. Every contractor works for the lowest bid he can put in to get a job, because that's what you'll get the job at. It's not we've been creaming it. Sure, it's been easier over the last 10 years, but I lived through the 80s when you could barely pay your tax and everything else.
Okay, but are you asking Eamon a direct question there?
Yeah, no, I'm not even asking him a question, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't worry me one way or the other, because I'll still continue to work. I have 2 electricians left. We had far more than that. But it's just, has he ever? The fact that he says that we work purely for profit, as though that's a dirty word, that's what keeps the guys working. The guys I let go are friends of mine. I've met them socially since. If I could take them on tomorrow, I would. There just isn't the work. That's my only
James,
point. I don't want to
James is in
them.
Fairview. A quick point, James.
Yeah, Joe, I was just listening to Eamon there, and he says that the electricians haven't had a pay rise in 2 years. My view, I haven't raised my rates in 4 years, because my view is I want to keep bringing the money home. I want to make a profit. If I can make a profit this year, I'd be delighted.
So what do you think of the electrician strike on Monday? You are an electrician, I presume.
I'm an electrical contractor. I'm self-employed.
Okay.
So I'm looking after myself. I know what way my business is running. I know what way things are happening out there. I knew there was going to be a change.
What do you think of the strike on Monday?
I think they're just living in la-la land, to be honest with you. You know.
Noel Robertson sound, research by Alana Wasson and Margaret Corley is a series